Good morning. I'm here at the Ceran St. Vrain Trailhead, located inside the Roosevelt National Forest, which means we're in the drone zone, baby. And today I'm going to go for Miller Rock. Again, I've done a couple videos on this before, but this is a nice, easy little hike. It's got a fun little scramble at the end, and it's really not too hard at all. Official start time, 6:10 in the morning. And this is the Plan B hike. Originally, I was going to go hike Niwot Mountain in the Brainerd Lake recreational area, but it was just way too windy and way too snowy up there. So I decided to bail and come down here instead. I've done this hike twice before, and if I remember correctly, the first couple miles are downhill, and then it gets real steep there at the end. But this is nice. I mean, I'm pretty much totally blocked from the wind. This is a nice, wide, easy trail. I don't have to worry about getting ticks. Yeah, so far so good. I didn't see anybody in the parking lot, but there is one guy who apparently rode his bike in here and camped overnight. Anyways, he was dressed in like all black, and I thought it was a bear at first. Then I saw the bicycle. But yeah, this is definitely bear country out here. In one of my earlier videos, I came across that backpack that a bear had gotten a hold of and just ripped it completely apart. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Some overnight camper must have left it out. I'm about 20 minutes into the hike, and I have been going downhill 99.2% of the time. And coming down here to do this Plan B hike is paying off so far. I'm pretty much 100% out of the wind. I mean, I'm catching a tiny little breeze down here, but it's nothing like it was up at the Brainerd Lake recreational area. Oh, that was atrocious up there. I'm talking gale force winds. I mean, literally, they could have been gale force winds. I think those are only like, what, 40, 50 miles per hour? And if you really want to enjoy this trail, I would suggest doing it on a weekday. If you come out here on a weekend, you're probably going to be listening to and dodging motorcycles all day long, which is kind of annoying when you're out here trying to enjoy the sounds of nature and it sounds like somebody's farting in the background. I've been hiking for about 45 minutes, and I think I finally bottomed out here. The trailhead is up around 8,320, and this lowest point along the trail here is at about 8,020. So that's an absolute drop of about 300 feet. However, there are probably 4 or 5 little down and up sections throughout. So I'm thinking the net loss was probably closer to 400. Which means I've got 400 on the way back. We're joining up with Forest Road 252, and I think this is where you're going to start catching the Jeeps. If you're wondering if your vehicle has what it takes to get up this road, probably not. You need freaking Bigfoot to get through this. And the bad thing about this hike is that it's all in the tick zone. I don't even know if I'm gonna sit down on this entire hike. Hey, sit down, with those things running around, you can count me out. I guess we can count you out of everything. This little girl survived up here. with no bug spray and no duct tape. Why don't you put her in charge? All right, made it up to the trail split. You don't want to keep going straight. Nope, keep going uphill. I've been hiking for just over an hour and 20 minutes, and I've just hit 8,500 vertical feet. And the wind is whipping up here, big time. The summit of Miller Rock is at about 8,600, so that means I've only got about 100 left. And from where this trail bottoms out down there at just over 8,000 vertical feet, boy, it just shoots right on up to 8,500. That's the steepest part of the entire hike. But then once you hit 8,500, it gets real nice up here. Yeah, it kind of flattened out, and I'm just taking it on over to Miller Rock. I've made it up here to the next trail split, and that's road 252A. But I think I want to take it up in this direction, over towards Miller Rock. And this is going to be Miller Rock. I think the best way to get to the top is to hike around to the backside. Dang, that wind is whipping. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fly the drone again up here. I mean, it's bad. I think that's the way. This wind up here is terrible. I just tried to fly the drone for a second and I crashed it into a tree. Yeah, the wind pushed it right on over. This is the final push to the top. It looks worse than it is. And this is it, guys. Summit of Miller Rock. Awesome views of Mount Meeker. I gotta bail, guys. It's way too windy up here. Way too windy. It's like you can't even hear yourself think up here. Yeah, I was gonna get some cool action shots of me coming up this part, but that didn't happen. Yeah, this wind up here is crazy right now. Man. Yeah, I gotta get down and out of this. I'm down the hard part. Man. Yeah, this wind is terrible up here. And right here to the east of Miller Rock looks like a really good spot that's out of the wind. I just hope there are no ticks right here on these rocks. There's nothing like some pop roasted pumpkin seeds, Himalayan salt flavored, when you're sitting at the base of Miller Rock. Yeah, guys, I tried to fly the drone, but the wind pretty much, wow, immediately pushed it into a tree. But luckily, it just got stuck right there in the tree. It didn't fall down, didn't bounce off the rocks. I didn't fly it into a rock. So I think all I did was just like barely rough up one of the ends of the propellers. All right, guys, it's just now 8:10 and I've only been up here hanging around the summit for about 15 minutes. It only took me about an hour and 45 minutes to get up there. And that's with flying the drone around. But as you can see, it's super duper windy up here. I can't even hear myself think. So it's time to go. It's time to head on back. I've got Miller Rock just behind me. And as I come down, I'm running into this little road. And it's easy to want to go left for some reason. I've done that once before. But that's not the correct way. You want to take this right first. Take it down for a tiny bit, then take the left. Right down here at this road 252A trail split is where you want to take the left. And you can't mess it up from here. Just keep following this down. Wow, this is like a different world down here. Virtually zero wind. And although it sucks that I crashed my drone yet again, that was probably one of the best crashes you could hope for. Seriously, it pretty much just hit the tree and then just stopped. And it was all stuck up in the branches right there at eye level. So I was able to just reach in and grab it instead of like, I mean, that easily could have been way up high in the tree and I wouldn't have been able to get it. So yeah, that really wasn't too bad at all. Like I said, it didn't bounce off any rocks. It didn't hit any rocks. It just got stuck up in the tree. Yeah, that's my stupid fault for even trying to fly it in that wind. I mean, as soon as I launched it up, it got pushed like 5 feet to the side right in front of me. And I was like, ooh. I was like, well, let me try and put it over here. And then it gets pushed into the tree. Yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. Things ain't right, don't do the drone flight. It's a beautiful day out here. I mean, look at that sky. It's just the wind. You're like, we know. You've mentioned the wind already a few times. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm almost done coming down this real steep part. And then the last couple miles are going to be a gradual uphill with some whoop-de-doos in the middle. So I don't think I'm going to knock too much time off my return trip. Be sure to enjoy this downhill on the way out, because you definitely earn it on the way back. Almost back, and I just took a gnat to the left eye. And I'm back. Ceran St. Vrain Trailhead. Looking at about an hour and 45 up and 1:15 down. And it's starting to get real toasty out there. Glad the hike is over. But hope you enjoyed it. And until the next one, y'all, peace.